How's it, guys? It's Linton here from Greenbox Markets. I've had a number of clients asking me to do some analysis on the EURUSD currency pair. And in light of the news that is expected later today and tomorrow as well, I just want to run through it in a bit of detail to give you an idea of what to expect over the next day or so. So firstly, let's start off by just having a look at the dollar. Now we know that most of the data that has been coming out with regards to the US dollar hasn't been very good for the dollar. And then we've also had Yellen's speeches where she's had some pretty dovish comments with regards to inflation targets not being met, etc. So there's not a lot supporting dollar strength or helping the bulls at the moment. Then we've also got issues surrounding Donald Trump and the fact that he's not really meeting his policy change targets, etc. as well. You know, we've got the problem with Obamacare that they're trying to sort out and the Russian saga that they went through. So altogether, you know, falling behind targets there and really not meeting expectations. So we are seeing weakness in the dollar because of that. Tomorrow, or actually, sorry, later today, we've got housing starts and building permits scheduled for release for the dollar. And they are expected to provide a little bit of relief for the dollar. But honestly, in light of everything else that's going on, I don't see that lasting. So there may be a little bit of dollar strength coming through today, but I don't think it's going to pull through for the long term. And I don't think it's going to change any perception towards the dollar or the greenback. So tomorrow, let me just show you what time here. So tomorrow we've got the ECB interest rate decision. It's expected to remain unchanged, but all focus will be on the ECB press conference, which happens at 2:30 tomorrow, and that is GMT +2 South African time. So all focus is going to be on that meeting because it's going to provide clues as to whether the ECB wants to ease the uptrend or not that we're seeing in the euro at the moment. You know, Germany is entering a time of uncertainty as well because the ECB is considering policy changes, and the federal election is coming up in next month. So there is some nervousness in the euro camp at the moment, and I think it will grow over the next month with regards to what will transpire over the next 2 months. So there is a lot of fundamental information taking place at the moment that we need to be aware of. And I think if we listen carefully to what Mario Draghi has to say tomorrow, we're going to get clues as to whether they're going to ease this uptrend on the euro or whether they're not going to do that. Let's quickly have a look at it from a technical perspective, though, technical aspect. So if we go to the weekly chart on the EURUSD, we can quite clearly see the structure here that I was talking about for the last 2-3 months already, I would imagine. And we can see here that we had 1, 2, 3 waves which completed to the upside. Sorry, I actually just want to change that color there quickly. Otherwise, it's the same color as my chart line. So we've had 1, 2, 3 waves to the top here. And currently, we're actually seeing a break outside of this structure at the moment. Whether or not that break's going to hold is going to be very dependent on fundamental aspects over the coming weeks. But what we're looking for at the moment is confirmation as to whether we should be trading long positions or short positions on the pair. And to be quite honest with you, I'm still bullish euro at this point in time. And that all depends on this trend line over here. So let's just go down to a smaller time frame and have a look at it over there. So this uptrend on the euro that broke out of the weekly is still pretty strong. And as long as we hold above this trend line over here that you can see there, I'm still bullish euro. Obviously, this depends on what happens at the ECB press conference tomorrow and with regards to what is said by Mario Draghi. But I'm pretty certain that we will still see a bit more upside with EURUSD. I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour here quickly. So we have seen a break of the weekly, and we also saw this smaller structure form over here, 1, 2, 3 waves, and it has broken on the 4th. So in order to confirm that we are still going to see upside, what do I need to see here? And that again just comes down to a formation of a structure on a smaller time frame. So if we go down to the 1 hour, and this is where we're looking for the formation, we can see this being our top over here, and we've had a pullback from there. So this would be the first wave on the pullback, which is back down to the support of the breakout on this initial structure on the 4 hour. So what I would expect to see here at some point over here is a move back up, giving us our second wave. Now that second wave, depending on where it stops, is quite important. If it stops at this level and makes a third wave like that, we could see a structure formation like this and a breakout of that structure giving us more upside. However, we could see a wave do something like this, break that top over there, come down and give us this kind of structure here, which could break out to the bottom. So we could have that kind of structure there with a breakout to the bottom. Really could go either way at this point in time depending on the news. And guys, remember that it's not a given that this point over here is the end of the first wave. But this is what I'm watching for. So we should see something like a 3-wave structure giving us a flag or giving us a triangle or a pennant, whatever the case may be. And then we can get a continuation from a breakout from that point. So that is what I'm watching for at the moment. And obviously tomorrow, with the ECB press conference, I'm going to be very interested to hear what Mario Draghi has to say. As I said before, for now, I'm still bullish euro due to the weakness that we're seeing in the dollar, and I don't really see anything changing that right now. Guys, thanks for watching. I really hope that helps you with a bit of analysis on this pair. And if you are caught in any short trades on the euro, watch it very carefully. And if we do see another breakout to the upside, you may want to either hedge that position or possibly get out of it altogether. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, as well as remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon as well so that you will be updated of any future content on our channel. Guys, also feel free to leave comments in the comments section below. Ask any questions that you might have regarding my strategy or even the services that we offer, inclusive of the $10,000 challenge that we're currently running. Have a great trading day and trade with care tomorrow. Take care. Cheers.